Okay, so this will just be a video to highlight important points in suspense accounts. So first of all, we'll start with errors that should we say are not reviewed this by the trial balance. These, what happens is that you can even balance and there'll be no issue, but they are actually errors. So there are those that they call errors not reviewed by the trial balance, and these are, so we have error of commission, error of omission, then we have error of transposition, then we also have, let me first explain these three before we go the other three. Error of commission usually happens like this, so that you can know. Error of commission is where there are two similar accounts with very similar names. That's an error of commission. That's I think the simplest way we can simplify this to remember. Yeah, accounts with similar names, e.g. C Chanda, C Chewe. You know, you'd easily make a mistake. That's in such accounts with similar names. So that's how you post. Okay. So then after that one, we have omission. Omission happens where they even tell you these transactions were not recorded at all. At all, they even make sure they'll specify, like maybe they'll be like, okay, this transaction of a sale of goods to this person was not recorded in the books. Then you know that it was omission, meaning it's not appearing in both books or accounts. Error of transposition. Error of transposition happens where you switch the figure. E.g., 59 is written as 95. That's transposition. Usually to correct such errors, we get the difference of the two figures, and then we check, have they even, by transposing the figure, have they overstated or have they understated? Yeah, usually that's how we solve such. Yes, so mainly these three are seen on the screen. If you just identify them like the way I've interpreted them in this video, you know that these do not even include what? Suspense. Okay, so those three as earlier mentioned now, these do not include suspense accounts. That's why they even say errors which are not reviewed, because you find that the trial balance will even balance properly and you won't know. That's why usually there is no usually suspense. Suspense usually comes in where you actually even fail to balance your trial balance, and usually most of the time these are errors which they even say are reviewed by trial balance because they will definitely make it not to balance. Let me just highlight the last three. So the last three are error of compensation error. So the compensation error happens where, you know, wages and cash, e.g. wages and cash. By nature, wages is an expense accounter, meaning it balances on the debit side. Cash, as we know, it's an asset, it balances on the debit side. So a compensation error happens where maybe it was supposed to be cash. You go and put a similar item which balances on the debit side. It's wrong, quite right, but the fact that you're replacing it with an item which was also supposed to balance on the debit, it will look like it's normal. I don't know if this will actually make more sense here. That's how you know that, okay, this is a compensation error. You won't even tell. Yeah, and at least you really counter check your book so you know, okay, an error of compensation actually happened here. Yeah, then there's what they call complete reversal. Complete reversal. This one is very straightforward also. Complete reversal happens where, you know, something balances on the credit side by nature. Then what do? You post on the debit. That's what they call it, reversal. So usually to correct an error of reversal, we double the figure. Always just remember this. To correct an error of complete reversal, we double the figure. Yeah. You just look at this just to be sure that there are no doubts left. You can have this. you're in a T account, you find that a 10 kwacha, which was supposed to be posted on the debit side, was posted on the credit side wrongly. So how do we bring back this 10 to the debit rightfully? So in this case, as we earlier mentioned, this is an error of complete reverse because you've posted on the wrong side. So to correct it, you double the figure. So this 10 times 2 gives you 20, right? So now you will see this is what happens actually in an account. When you do that 20 there, so this 20 is what you're actually going to record in your journal, because in the journal we use the figure we have used to what? Correct the error. So look at what's going to happen and how the 10 will eventually come. If you try to balance off this account, the way we do it, carried down, brought down. Which side is shorter? This side on the creditor, there will be a 10 there, right? Brought down comes the opposite 10. So that's how that 10 eventually comes back to the debit side by using what? A double of it, which is a 20. So that's the whole point why we say we double the amount so that when you balance off this account, it comes back. But in the journal, record using the 20, because in the journal we take which figure did we use to correct the error. So the journal records. That's all. Last but not the least, original entry. Very similar to transposition, error of original entry. That one usually happens as well, where you have a figure like, for example, 450. Someone maybe goes and records maybe a 640, something like that. Like, yes, it's very similar to transposition, like different figures are used. So in that case as well, get the difference. Then on the difference gauge, did you overstate with what you put wrongly, or did you understate? Then that's it. And you're set on the errors which are not reviewed by the trial balance, just these which I've listed. Now let's see these ones which are actually reviewed. Errors reviewed. Errors reviewed. So these errors that are reviewed now, there are not so many, but you need to know them. So there's what they call single entry. I'll be explaining. And then there's what we call error of overcasts. Single entry, this happens in this case. Only one account is usually being mentioned in any given transaction. They're only talking about one account. That's how you know it's what? Single entry. So for example, they would say sales of 50 kwacha. Full stop. Like, when you're selling something, who are you supposed to sell to? So that's how you know it's a single entry. Just like that. They will just mention one account, or they will maybe say cash sales of 50,000 was recorded correctly in the cash account, but not recorded at all in the sales account. Again, if you looked at this one, you would think that, okay, they've talked about cash and sales, which are the two accounts. Cash they've recorded, but how come sales they've left out? So you might think, okay, it's just still a double entry question. The fact that they left one out makes it single. That's just how you analyze these questions. Unless they said they've posted both sides, then you're not okay, how it's safe. So just from that, you can tell single entry. So if you see an error of single entry, just know what account are you going to come and open. Suspense will always be there to complete the other double entry part. Usually that's how it moves. You just have a single entry question, suspense accounts will definitely help you complete the double entry. So an error of overcasts too is one of the errors which helps review errors that are reviewed by trial balance. Overcast happens, as we have just been noting in the previous one. Maybe something was supposed to be, they didn't specify usually in the question, purchases were overcast by 5,000. So this is the trick. Mind you, there's also error of undercast. Let me just write it also. Error of overcast, error of undercast. So this is the trick, and I hope you all get it. So usually if you have error of what? Overcasts. Whenever we are correcting an error of overcast, post on opposite side of which the account balances from. The opposite side, and also you post on the opposite side of which the error happened. So e.g. a purchases account. a 50,000 was overcast in a purchases account. What do we know about a purchases account? It has a debit account by nature. So if you have overcasted such an account, post to the opposite, which is where credit. That's what we mean by this statement. So you might also have a receivables, e.g. a receivable is also debit by nature. Now take this scenario. Maybe a receivables was paying this time, right? Usually when a receivables is paying, we would post them on the creditor because, as we said, by nature they have debit, but if they are paying out, a figure would come at the credit. So let's say 20. They were paying out 20. Then you find that this 20 was overcast. So you even know it's okay. A receivables by nature is debit, right? But the fact that in this case they were paying, that's why I stated like this in the earlier statement, that post on the opposite side of which the error occurred, because sometimes it might not necessarily be always that at the account where the account balance is. Sometimes it might be a different transaction was happening in that account. That's why if you know the error happened on the credit, then you know you're going to the debit. That's why I made that statement, on the opposite side of which the error has occurred. So like imagine this is a receivable, by nature it's debit, but when they are paying out, it's a credit. So look at, maybe there's a 20 that are paying out. So the error now is happening when the credit of this receivable account. How will you correct it? Will you still say, no, but it's supposed to go on the credit because we know receivables balance is on the debit? No, we follow what the error was. So like here, the error was at the credit. So to correct it, come to the opposite, debit here, and you put the 20. That's how you come and reduce that overcast there. Yeah, that's how it works for overcast, opposite side of which the error has occurred. Then undercast is the most straightforward actually. Undercast is that you should post at the side, the same side where the error has occurred. Post same side where the error had occurred. Post same side where error had occurred. So just remember that, then you're safe, just like that. So that's the tip on suspense accounts. I hope this will be really helpful. And just one more thing, when you're opening a suspense account, usually when they've been asked to prepare a suspense account, it always has an opening balance. Where do we get this from? It will be given in the statement. Sometimes they will tell you debits exceeding credits. How do you interpret that statement? Debits exceeding credits, meaning the debits were more than the credits. Usually suspense sits on the side which had a lower value. So like in that case, debits exceeding credits, you need to be at the credit side here. Another thing you might also see about suspense, they might just even bring a typical trial balance, and then they will even write the detail suspense, and then they'll maybe put it at either the debit or the credit. So wherever you see it sitting, that's where the opening balance will also sit. And that's it on the suspense account topic.